Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and there's a lot of garage sales today. There's citywide, neighborhood, just random sales, like 12, 13 in one city, 10 in another. I mean, there's just so many sales. There's no way I can hit them all today. And I think I'm going to go into areas I usually don't go into, rather than hit the normal areas I do every year. So we're going to go exploring. I don't know how, this city is only like 1,200 people, so I don't know how many sales there are going to be. But right around there, there's another larger city that's going to have like 15, 20 sales going on. So I got those mapped out, and we're just going to hit them. Take it easy, try to make some money, so let's go. I get to the first sale, and I could not believe how many people were out at this sale, especially with all these sales in this city. Were really spread out, and it wasn't like a citywide sale or a neighborhood sale going on, but there were so many people here. And I spotted a dinosaur in this bag. Of course, I'm looking for Jurassic World, Jurassic Park figures. Kind of been the thing or the theme this year, and one of my goals is to find one at a yard sale this year, just because I think it would be cool, because I've been finding so many at Goodwill in the past few months. But I would love to find some old retro video games. That's super hard to find. There's so many gamers, collectors, and resellers looking for those. It's just, you really have to be lucky and like the first one at a sale to get those. There's a knife there. I think it was a bit too expensive. I don't know a whole lot about knives. That's a category I don't know a lot about. But if they have a name, they're pretty easy to look up. $40 for this heater. This sale did have some expensive prices on a lot of their junk, and yeah, I didn't really find anything here. Spotted this CD changer 5-disc. Ended up looking up the model. It just was not worth it. I believe they had 20 bucks on it, maybe it was 10. Don't remember exactly. Just I'm not gonna buy. I think it was only selling for like $20-25. It was kind of bizarre. It was in really good condition though. And across the street there was another sale, so that was a bonus. That wasn't on my list, so I walked across there. Had these hats. I was just looking for any cool vintage hat, but these are the kind of hats you get like at random businesses. Not really a whole lot of value. Some of them could be, like there's a one from Kansas, I think it was, tractors. Probably not valuable, so I'm looking for like the vintage sports hats, and like maybe a vintage like Ford hat or car hat or something like that. They had a lot of nice shoes here. And these right here were $50 Dansko. Once I seen that, I knew that, you know, I wasn't getting any deals. Just a couple Clarks. If these would have been priced, you know, $5 or something, it would have been probably some home run shoes. When they're pricing them at 50, it just was not worth it for me. So I moved on. Got to this sale. This table was pretty interesting to me. I like the board games, the random things. When there's a lot to look at. Picked up the catchphrase, thought it might be sealed. It was not. Not going to mess with it used. Not enough money. It's hardly enough money when they're sealed. If they're sealed in great condition, they do sell for like $35 on Amazon. Used though, you know, not too good. Just checking out the DVDs, trying to find any DVDs that may be profitable. But then I spotted a box on the ground of Wii stuff, and I got excited, like, ooh, maybe there's some good Wii games in here. Trying to get this woman out of my way, but she just wouldn't move. And then I seen Wii Sports was priced at 10 bucks, and the Wii was priced at 50. So that kind of crushed my dreams of finding anything good in that box. No room to even negotiate on that. Funny thing is, I seen that after the sale. She had posted that on on a Facebook group, still wanting $50 for it. So I'm pretty sure she never sold that Wii. Then on the way out of the sale, I seen this kid looking at some PS1 games. I'm like, dude, I'm about to spear tackle you. Get out of the way. Those are my games. Patiently waited for him to move, and then looked up the games. They were like Siphon Filter and just some games that weren't really worth it in the end. So unfortunately, I was pretty excited because I thought there'd be some good ones. So I wasn't even paying attention to my recording. Sorry about that. Sometimes I forget I'm recording. This sale here, oh, just a typical sale, right? Just a small garage, random stuff. You never know what you're going to find, but I did end up picking up something in this sale. It was a very good pickup, and this kind of stuff just comes from knowledge of picking and selling other stuff over the years. Otherwise, if I was a newbie seller, it's something you probably would pass up on in a heartbeat. And we get to it here in a bit, I promise. So just looking at these shoes right now. I didn't notice any like really good brands there. Just random junk. You gotta always look at the junk. You never know what you'll find. Here's a box of toys. I'm like, come on, Jurassic World. Just kind of looked in there a bit. Didn't see anything of quality. Mostly big plushes. But I like the 25-cent price tag on it. So what is that? Is that from Lion King, I believe? There could be a good plush. I always say I don't know everything. So if you see something that I should have picked up, make sure to let me know. I know recently I missed a pretty good shirt, so a lot of people let me know that I missed it. That was the 3D emblem Harley Davidson shirt. I had no idea they had that kind of value. So I won't miss one of those shirts again. Let me tell you that. But yeah, these Bible DVDs. I know because I've sold a lot of Bible type DVDs in the past that these will probably worth some money. I had $5 on a lot of them, so I went ahead and picked those up. And there was a couple more, I think Modern Family seasons in there, sealed, but they wanted $2, and Modern Family wasn't really selling too well. Here's just more junk. A lot of these sales, didn't have the best stuff, but yeah, that's why they call it picking. You just gotta try to find what is good, what is valuable, and the more knowledge you have, the more you're gonna find, because you're not gonna leave 3D emblem shirts that are worth anywhere from $100 to $1,000. So yeah, just building knowledge is really how you just make money. And I've been doing this for over 6 years now, and I'm still learning stuff every day. And I guarantee you I'll find another one of those shirts that I missed last week, just because I have that knowledge now. Here's some games at this sale, just junk. They've been picked through, obviously. Those are the kind of games you always see left over. But I did end up seeing a Tasmanian Devil plush right here for a quarter. I went ahead and picked that up because they can do okay. They sell okay. That's just all it is. So I think that's all the garage sales in this city. Probably head to Goodwill and maybe stop at Lowe's before I head over to the other city-wide sale. I just picked up this Batman Wilton cake pan, 1989. Haven't looked anything up I bought today, so I really don't know how I'm doing. Got a bunch of these Bible DVD sets for $5. Some stuff in that tote, if you can see. And of course I'll go over that later. But I'm gonna go head to Goodwill, I think, and stop in Lowe's because I haven't been in there in about 3 months to this Lowe's. And then be a little late getting to the next city sale, but we might as well hit it and see if we can find anything. I believe it's been a couple months since I've made it to this Goodwill, and it used to be such a good Goodwill. I'd like to come every week. It was worth the almost 40-minute drive, but now it's just not really worth it. I'll hardly find anything in there, and a lot of that's due to summer right now. Everything is just not too packed full. Yeah, this was here last time though, I remember, because I thought that was a sealed TI calculator. Here's a plug and play, it's not worth much. Seen the Hello Kitty lamp back there? I'm curious how many people sell lamps. I feel like there's a lot of unique lamps. I bet there's a lot of money in just like buying good lamps at thrift stores and flipping them. Definitely something I've never really messed with. Probably a pain to deal with, but I bet a lot of lamps do sell very well. There's a VCR Toshiba, it's priced $10. Looked up the model, it just wasn't a very good mover. And at $10, I just really didn't want to mess with that. I'll make my way over to these carts that have the newer merchandise that haven't been put on the shelves yet. I don't know how long these carts have been sitting here. Looks like they've been kind of picked through already. And see the DS games, and you can just see that they're the shovelware garbage. And they're not worth anything. And you just wonder how many Marios or any good games were in there. Maybe somebody already picked through them. Maybe they're just, the random shovelware that no one wants. That's all that was there to begin with. I like to dig, but these bins aren't the most exciting to dig in, the houseware stuff, but you never know what's in there. And there's a lot of media, and I'm trying to make sure I see it all. and looking at the PS2 games, and this is Rough Trigger. I've never heard of this game, so I set it aside to look it up, and it's not really valuable. I could have picked it up for the collection, but I think it was only like a $5 to $7 game anyway, so I just didn't look exciting to me. I just didn't really want it for myself. And looking at DVDs, trying to spot something that may be unique or worth looking up, because I don't want to just go through and scan all these DVDs, because 90% of them aren't going to be valuable. There's a Virtual Fighter. That's not worth much. Over the toys, shelves are pretty bare. Jurassic World, absolutely not. I see these hamsters like everywhere on thrift stores and Goodwill. I don't know what the deal was with them. Just looking, not seeing anything of value, at least to me. Let me know if you see anything that you would have picked up. Just nothing for me in the end. It's just unfortunate. So I make my way to the next city that had the community sale going on, and I had about 15 sales, I believe, in this city, but it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just really didn't find much. But I'll show you everything I found today, right here at the end. So I am back home. Look at this haul. It's not a whole lot here, but it's some pretty good stuff, and I'll make a lot of money on it. First of all, the Legos here. I picked these up. These are from 1987, so they're pretty vintage. Now, who knows if all the pieces are in here. The lady said that they should all be in there, that they were well taken care of, but you just never really know. These are the manuals. I don't know why these Maglite papers are in there. I've got all the paperwork here, maybe even some extra paperwork. Some of the old manuals can sell for $10 to $20, so if there's any extras in there, it could be some money. I just don't know if all the pieces in there. I can tell you one thing, I don't think those tires are supposed to be in there. On this one, I think they go in there. So these two are probably mixed together pretty well. But on eBay, one of these sold on auction for about $120 plus shipping, I think it was, complete. So again, just my profit in this is going to be based on, if it's complete. This one sold open box but sealed parts for $75 plus shipping. I'm just noticing now too that these are like Transformers. It's about the time period Transformers were really popular. Look at that kid. Look at that nerd. Look at that geek. Yeah, I would have loved to have these in 1987, that's for sure. But yeah, I should make anywhere between, this is 50 to maybe up to $125, $50 profit in the end. So, also I picked them up. This one was $10, this one was $5. So I got $15 into them. Over here, I got the Batman Wilton cake pan. I looked this up on Amazon. I can sell this for $40, $45. It is from '89 there. See, there's the number. You can just usually type in Wilton and then that number. Sells for like $20, $25 on eBay, so less amount on there, but that's typical. It's just got a little bit of dirt there. I thought that was like rust or something at first. It's just dirt. It's in really good condition. Paid $2 for it, so I should make $20, $25 profit in the end. I sold a couple of these on Amazon before. I never really find too many good ones, so definitely bubble wrap it and protect it. Maybe even if I have a good box to put it in that's blank and doesn't have any writing or any labels on it, I might send it in that way. I think it was worth picking up. And then, these, bought these blind. They were $5 for all of them. And I think this might be the only one that was open. Like, there's no plastic around them, but they all got the seal, like, going over here. So they must have came like that. So I think all of them, for the most part, are sealed, except for this one, volume 12. There's 13 volumes here. And like I said, I bought these blind. I looked them up a few minutes ago, and $175 I should be able to sell these for. So I've sold Bible DVDs in the past. I think I sold, what was that one I sold last year? It was like $220 $25 I got for them. There was like 40 DVDs. Like these are even worth more per disc, I would say. So yeah, $5 into 175. After fees and everything, I should make 150. Quite a bit of these are selling too, so they should be an easy flip. I picked up this Taz. He's from, I think, 92 it was. Got the tags, 25 cents. Tasmanian Devil plushes tend to sell pretty good as far as Looney Tunes go. One of the better sellers, and vintage ones can do okay. Like, I'm only going to get probably $10, $15 for this max. But for a quarter, they move fairly decent. I guess there's collectors or something, at least from what I've seen. I don't have a whole lot of experience selling Taz. I just know that's one of the few I've sold in the past, and I've looked up and just noticed that it's one of the better sellers. Again, you know, just kind of a bread and butter item. Easy to list, easy to ship. So even if I sell it for $9.99, I'm okay with that because I'm just going to throw it in a bubble mailer and ship it out. Then over here, picked up this electronics learning lab kit from Radio Shack. Of course, they wrote on it here, but luckily that's just kind of a white box, so I can usually get that off fine and won't look too bad. And this, she said that they bought this for their kid and messed with it once years ago and didn't want to mess with it, didn't care about it. So I think everything in here is pretty much newish condition. It's not new, but I looked it up and it should sell for around $50 shipped. So I'll make like, I don't know, $20, $25 on that in the end after all fees and everything. And then finally, got these Lost DVDs. Now, I seen this one and I was like, oh yeah, I sold this sealed not long ago for like $50. For some reason, season 6 is a really good seller. So I like, if it sells for $50 new, it's probably going to sell pretty good used. And it was $1. So I looked that up, and sure enough, it was like $25-ish. It sells for used. It's in good condition. Now, I didn't look to see if all the discs are in these. They were $1 a piece, so I didn't really care that much. But I think I'll lot 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up in a lot. And I should be able to get, I would say, $20, $25 for those. Only got $5 into them, so they'll ship media mail and should be a pretty easy flip. And then this one, I got $1 in, so I'll be able to sell that for probably $25. Again, easy ship. So, yeah, I hit a lot of sales today, probably around 30. So I didn't find a whole lot of stuff. But I did find some really good stuff, especially those DVDs. This is all stuff too that's gonna sell pretty easy, pretty quick. No testing really, except for Technics. You kind of got to take time to make sure all the pieces are there. I guess a little bit of testing over there. Really not a lot of work here, and I should make $300, $350 depending on how well the Legos sell. So I'm very pleased with that. That's going to do it for the video, everybody. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed so you can follow all of my reselling adventures. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.